Welcome to the Let's Get Cozy Book Club podcast. This week, we're chatting about our initial thoughts on Margo's Got Money Troubles by Rufi Thorpe. So grab a blanket, a warm beverage, and cozy up. Yay!
Yeah. I feel like every time we do it, we do like a little head tilt.
Yeah. Gotta get into it, I feel like.
Yeah. I'm into it.
I'm into
I like
it.
the book.
I didn't do the head tilt though, but I'm into it.
Please, enthused to be here. That's good. What's going on, Liza? What you been up to?
So I'm still in Germany. I am in the same location as last time. I am in my husband's family's basement recording. Yeah, today we went for a bike ride. I fell off my bike.
Oh,
Okay.
Did you hurt yourself? Yeah.
It was like a slow motion fall. Like we were stopped. So it was my husband and his parents and I. We went for a bike ride, and I'm borrowing like his grandpa's bike, so it's slightly too big for me. And I apparently get on and off my bike the incorrect way. There's like a proper way to do it, and I do it wrong. And so that's why like I fell off my bike. Because we were trying to cross this busy street, and like there's four of us, and his dad has like the tripod, like I forget what they're called. They're the ones that are on the ground, but they have the three wheels.
Okay, yeah.
They're like a recumbent. I think it's a recumbent bike.
I don't know what
what
it
it's
is.
called, but okay.
It's like, anyways, it's just lower to the ground. And so he was leading, and then my husband went, and then his mom said to stop. And so I just like jerked and like completely like slow motion fell off my bike and landed on my butt.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
You know, it was a little embarrassing and funny, and you know.
Well, we're glad you're okay.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
I've been doing a lot of bike riding. And yes, what else? Oh, I had some news to report because we went on Ulp, which is vacation in the Netherlands. And we went to Camperland, which is on the North Sea, not the Black Sea, like I said last time. The North Sea. And I really wanted to see the tulips because Lilli was in Amsterdam like the week before I was and saw the tulips, and they're gorgeous. And I was like, it's the Netherlands. There's got to be other places.
Oh, did you miss
Amsterdam.
tulip season?
No. Well, so this area isn't known for their tulips, but there's like this little baby bit of land, like I don't know. There was some little part that had tulips, and I was so excited to see them. And
nice.
Yeah, the Netherlands was great. It was on the ocean. Nope, it was on the North Sea. It was super windy and kind of cold, but it was sunny, and not raining, so it was pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. They had great bike paths.
When do you return to the States?
On Sunday. So tomorrow, Lilli is coming.
I sure
to
am.
see me, and we're picking her up bright and early.
Yep. I depart for the airport at 2 a.m. tomorrow. So
Gosh, what time is your flight?
It's at 6, but like the train situation to the airport's a little weird.
Oh, ouch.
I'm just going to go to bed at 7 tonight, so I'll be ready.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be
we're
fun.
very excited. We've been trying to figure out what we're doing. And so it'll be a surprise. It's because it's going to rain, and so we're not exactly sure. A lot of the activities are like outdoors. I'm like walking around like cute little towns. And so we're going to kind of see. It's weather dependent.
I could just bring my umbrella. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Bring your
Should I?
coat.
we're going to see what happens. It's going to be great. We're going to do Sutton, which is this cute little town nearby. We're having rouladen for lunch on tomorrow, which is like a traditional German meal. It's really good. And probably potatoes and sauerkraut. I think Tuesday, what are we doing? Oh, we're going to the market. We're walking to the farmer's market and getting some like fruits, meats, pickles, all that kind of stuff.
Cute.
And then we're going to the gasometer, which is like a museum that's in like like a water tower, but it's like a gas tower. So it's in an old gas tower that they converted into a
museum in
museum.
there?
Okay.
There's a museum in
Cool.
there. Because there's like this area of Germany was like coal mines. Like his grandpa was a coal miner. They're all coal miners. And so there's a lot of old coal mining like facilities because it's all shut down. And so they've converted them into museums or like different things like that. And so,
Nice.
yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'm ready for that. Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Sounds super fun. Lydia, what's up with you?
Oh, not too much. Just kidding. We closed on our condo on Friday, which is exciting. That means we officially own the home. We have the deed. We've got the title. Well, it's coming in the mail, but it is our responsibility now. We just can't move in till July 1st, but that's okay. So
That's 2 months?
Yeah.
May, June. Okay. That'll be soon.
It'll be very soon. We've got a lot of other stuff going on this month, so it's good timing. And yeah, we're really excited. It's beautiful. We got to walk through it again, and it's really, really nice and really pretty and on a very quiet street. And I'm excited for everyone to see it.
Nice.
And I've started looking at furniture and stuff too.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
Is it better than you remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice. It's nice. The like primary bedroom bathroom situation's like super nice. So I'm excited for that.
It's all on one floor?
Yeah. On the second floor. So yeah, it's got a really nice deck and it is going to be lovely this summer. I am looking forward to it.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I just got back from London where we were visiting Lilli. Lilli, you're so popular.
I know. I'm seeing everyone these days. Yeah.
Seeing everyone these days. It was so much fun. We had a great time.
They look like it.
We did tea. We went to a comedy show.
Wait. Hold on. How was tea? Did you like the scones? Were they delicious?
The scones were delicious.
The scones were really good.
Yeah.
What did Kyle have?
He got his own tower of food.
Yeah.
Like dairy free?
Yeah.
Were they good?
Yes. Everything was very good, except some of the finger sandwiches had some interesting ingredients that we were unsure about.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
They had some weird spices in there. We weren't sure what it was.
Like fishy tasting?
No. It was
like
in the like nutty. I don't know. Whatever. It was good. The desserts were delicious, though. The tea was very good.
Was good.
It was very cute.
It was very
and then we
British.
went to. It was very British. And then we went to a comedy show, which was very fun. But
was it funny?
It was like a little raunchy, I thought. But it was good.
It was good. It was good. It was funny. They were funnier than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. I was like super tired by the end of that. That was the first day though, and I was
that was
just,
the
like,
first day.
had
Yeah,
been
that was
up
day
for,
one.
Like 36 hours, and was like, is it funny or?
Yeah, literally.
To the Charlton football game, which was super duper fun.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was super fun. It was hilarious. There was a ton of people there, and like we were up cheering the whole time. It was hilarious.
You were cheering for Charlton?
A local team. Yes, we got scarves and hats.
Oh,
at the store.
Why are we not wearing them? I want to see these.
I'm sorry. I didn't think of that.
What? I never got a photo of this.
Lily was supposed to take the photos. You took some selfie. You took a selfie, didn't
You did, but I didn't see the hats. I mean, that would have been hilarious. Come on.
We got a hat.
Kyle got a hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you all got matching hats and scarves.
No, we got scarves and a hat. Charlton, local team, they won, which was exciting. It was their last home game of the year, so everyone was like super excited. And it was intense. And the Brits are very loud and cheer a lot.
They're very happy, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a beautiful day, and Charlton was super cute. We like walked around afterwards.
Yeah, super cute. really
And
was.
then we did Dover. Lilli, you explained Dover.
Day trip to Dover. It was about an hour train ride, and they have big white cliffs there. It's just like a hiking situation. You basically like hike up the cliffs next to like the shoreline. Yes, we did that hike. On top there was like a cute little lighthouse that had like tea. They served tea.
Oh.
Which was adorable. So we had a cup of tea on like
Was it
the
cold
halfway.
and windy?
No, it was lovely. It wasn't that windy, and it was sunny, so it was like lovely. It was perfect temperature.
Right.
Yeah, we just did the hike. There's not really much else in Dover. We walked to the little town, but that was fairly quick. We did that, but it was great. It was lovely. It was cute. And the next day, I left for Morocco. But before we get into that, Lydia, I want to hear about your Dishoom experience.
I want to hear about Dishoom too.
Oh, yeah. So the next day, then we went to Tate Modern in the morning. That was fun. And then I got a toasty for lunch, which is
What's
like...
a toasty?
It's like a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
But like open-faced.
No. It was just a straight-up grilled cheese.
Like
but
they
put
have
like
in
some extra stuff
France. In like a croquette, right? Is that how you say it? Like a croque, whatever?
No,
it's
like
like
no, smaller.
They're like...
No, like the... It's like a panini.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a grilled cheese, but like they sometimes put other stuff in it.
Okay.
And that was good.
What did Kyle get?
He got a smoothie.
Okay.
Nice.
Kyle can't have grilled cheese unless they have...
I got a
dairy
toasty
free.
at like a cute little outdoor market, and Kyle got a smoothie.
Got it.
And then we went to Shoreditch for a little bit and walked around, and then we went to Dishoom for dinner, and it was so good.
What did you get?
I got the ruby chicken and the garlic naan and some samosas, which were delicious. And then Kyle got the chicken tikka masala, chicken tikka, and then some other thing, and I forget what else.
Did you get your free dessert?
I was going to say, did you say it was your birthday everywhere you went?
We did not get a free dessert there, now that I think about it. I forgot to tell them that it was our anniversary, but it's okay. We were so full by the end, I like couldn't move. And we got tea there as well, and I got a dessert cocktail. Nice. It was like a chai. I drank a lot of chai when I was there, so it was a lot of chai. It was like a dirty chai martini kind of thing. It was really good.
Interesting.
Yeah,
nice.
I enjoyed it.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we came home and we're not jet lagged anymore, but Kyle's like a little sick, so
he bought a house,
and we bought a house. Yeah,
nice.
It's been a week.
It's been a week. Done a lot.
Yeah. Lilli, how was Morocco?
It was awesome. It was really, really cool. Coolest trip I've been on. The desert was super awesome. It was also like the most like involved trip I've been on, because it was like you get to Marrakesh, the big city, then it's a 10-hour like drive to the desert itself. And we did like there and back in 3 days. So I spent a lot of time in a car.
Yeah.
Oh,
which was
what did you do the whole time?
Well, it was cool because we went on like a big tour group. Like we were on a big bus. And they stopped into like cute little towns. Like we got a tour of the farm. There was like a town where like Game of Thrones was filmed, and like Outer Banks and some other movies were filmed. That was super cool. Like, there was like a little artist that like painted. That was cool. We just like basically stopped into small towns that just had people, and they just showed what they did. Like we saw like carpet weavers, which was pretty cool. Like the little ladies like on the sitting thing. Yeah, it was super cool. And I rode a camel. It was really great. Yeah. It was really, really cool.
Hot? What was the temperature? Or was it really cold?
The desert wasn't as hot as you think it would be, because it was really windy. Like, it was honestly, the city was a lot hotter. Like, when we first got there, it was really warm. It was probably like 85, which is a little tough because obviously we're not used to the hot weather. And, like, you can't drink the water there, so you have to buy bottled water. We were really scared about the food situation because you're not supposed to, like, eat certain food. Well, none of us had issues, but there's, like, you're not supposed to obviously eat like street food or like certain like meat and stuff. And we were like, what restaurants can we trust and not trust? Can we eat there? Like, you know what I mean? So that was hard the first day. But it's okay. It was great. It was a really, really cool trip. Yeah. Yeah.
So what did you eat?
A lot of just like rice and couscous and meat and then vegetables and like bread. That was it. Very carb heavy. That's like all I eat is bread. Like for breakfast every day they gave us pretty much just like bread. Like bread and coffee. That's pretty much it. They had fruit. They had some fruits. Yeah. It was good. It was really great. Yeah. Just a lot of driving. That's the only thing. That and I like gave myself a black eye on the bus.
What?
Look at that. Do you see it?
Yeah. What'd you do?
What did you do?
There's like, so our seats and then above us were like the shelves where we could put our backpacks, and I like stood up really quick and I like clicked myself.
Did you give yourself like a concussion?
No, I don't feel concussed. I just have a black eye.
How does one know what feeling concussed is
I've had a concussion before, and that's like pretty like, yes.
When volleyball.
When I played volleyball. Lydia was there.
I was there.
Why were you there?
Chipotle.
I don't know. I was like visiting for the weekend.
She's being supportive, watching my volleyball game, Liza.
Yeah, Liza.
Yeah.
Got it.
But
you got a volleyball to the face and got concussed.
I got an elbow to the face, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm remembering this now.
But I don't feel concussed. I just have a black eye. So, yeah, it's my story.
Okay.
But yeah, Morocco was great.
The Germans are going to be confused why you have a black eye.
I know, Liza, tell them, prep them. Yeah. Prep them, Liza.
I got into a fight with a camel in Morocco.
Yeah, the camel bit me.
Really hard on me. Do camels spit? Or is that llamas? So.
I think that was just a joke in Aladdin, right?
Okay.
That comes from.
Watch out, they spit. Yeah, the genie said that.
This is that. I didn't see any of them spit. That was almost my Instagram caption, but I didn't see that, so I didn't I think that's a myth. That's a myth. Confirmed.
Okay.
Great, I believe you.
But yeah, and then I come to Dusseldorf tomorrow morning. I have a 2 a.m. wake-up call to get on the 2:40 train to the airport. So I'm ready for that. I'm going to get up at 7. I'm feeling ready. I mean, I'm going to go to bed at 7. 7, 8 o'clock-ish. Yeah, so then I get some, 5 hours-ish.
Yes, we're going to come pick you up, and the fun begins.
And the fun begins, yes. I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Cool. I really want to talk about the book.
Okay.
I don't want to rush us, but Lily.
No, I feel like we did a lot of
We did a lot of chit-chat.
We had a lot to catch up about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot has happened.
Going on.
Yeah, so I unfortunately have to go because I have not gotten the book yet, but Liza says that she has it for me in Germany. So
yeah, I'm going to try to finish it so I can give it to you.
Yeah, so see you guys for the full review. Can't spoil it yet, so yeah.
We won't spoil it.
Yeah. Okay, bye, love you.
Bye, peace.
Love you, bye.
Okay, before we get into it, can we do a couple listener comments?
Sure.
Because we have to say hi to Katie.
Yes, my friend Katie. She's a listener. We got lunch 2 weeks ago now, but yeah, we were talking about the podcast. She listens. Thanks, Katie, for listening. And she loves Heated Rivalry. And the whole series, she read it in a week, basically. And she's an avid reader and has a lovely Instagram about books. And she also went on a book club retreat in Canada with her book club, which sounds super fun. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing either. Well, I've actually seen a few places do that, and I'm like, do we need to plan a trip?
I don't know. We have to read a book that is located somewhere else.
Oh, that's why they went to Canada? Because because of the hockey? Because they hate a rivalry?
I don't know why it was in Canada, but yeah.
I mean, it's
So.
basically like planning a bachelorette party is kind of how I see it.
And you're
but
good
for
at
books.
those, so
It was a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. Thanks, Liz. We had fun. So yeah, that's my friend Katie. And what else you got for us?
Oh, I had a different shout out. Sebastian's grandma subscribed to our YouTube, his Oma.
Oh.
And in case she's listening, hello, Oma.
Grandma's got a YouTube subscription. I love it.
Yeah.
Or a YouTube account. I don't even have one of those. I should probably get one.
She's, I mean, yeah, using German subtitles. So she does not speak English.
It's all right. German subtitles are great, I think.
All right, now we can get into the book.
Yes. Wait, so did you read up to page 156 after seeing that I read up to page 156?
No.
That's
I didn't
cruel.
see that. Okay, so yesterday I'd read up to 138, and then I stopped because I didn't think I'd have time to read more. But then last night I did, and I got up to 156, and then I came in here to like add my notes, and I was like, I saw Lydia's comment. She was like, I finally read more than Liza.
Yeah. So
then,
I guess not. Thanks, Liz.
And then I just actually like randomly stopped at the exact same spot as you did.
It's fine. It's fine. I can never win. It's okay. Yes. So 156. I don't even. Well, we'll get into it, but it just after she was wedding dress shopping with her mother.
This is
so
right around.
Spoilers, everybody, if you haven't gotten that far, come back later.
Yes.
Okay. Should I do the recap?
Go for it.
Okay. Here's the story, everybody. Margo is a 19-year-old college student. She gets pregnant after she has an affair with her married professor named Mark. Despite pressure from both Mark and her mom, Cheyenne, to have an abortion, Margo decides to keep the baby. Mark then cuts her off completely, so Margo is like totally on her own raising this kid. She gives birth to her son Bodhi, and she is struggling financially and emotionally. She loses her job as a waitress because she can't figure out childcare, and her living situation becomes like really unstable because her roommates are college students and realize that living with a baby is no fun. So desperate, she accepts money from Mark's family in exchange for silence. And then around this time, her estranged father, Jinx, who's a former professional wrestler and recovering addict, re-enters her life, and he moves in and kind of helps with childcare and helps cover the rent. He helps Margo and kind of tells her what OnlyFans is, and she gets curious on how to make money there, and so she gets creative about how she wants to make money and starts an OnlyFans account, and it quickly becomes pretty lucrative for her. So she starts leaning into crafting a character and getting more followers and kind of grappling with this blurred line of her real self and her online persona. So that's kind of where we're at. Want to give us your impressions on Margo so far, Liz?
Yeah. So Margo, she was 19 when she got pregnant. I think she was 20 when she had Bodhi. And she's this smart, witty, she had an entire future in front of her, and that's why her mother was very upset that her mother thought she was throwing her life away by having this baby, which is why she wanted Margo to have an abortion, because her mother had Margo when she was young and was also a single mom. And so she knew how hard it actually was. And so Margo is actually a really good writer, which is how she kind of started seeing her professor, or I don't know, I think her professor definitely singled her out because she was kind of I mean, she was really smart, but also like maybe a little insecure. And so that's kind of how this relationship bloomed between her and her professor. And that is how she gets pregnant with his child, even though they only had sex a few times. And thanks. He's like a really weird dude, and
he's a
we'll
weird
talk
dude.
about Mark in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically everyone is like trying to tell her like it's not worth it. Like her best friend says don't have the baby. Mark's like please don't, and so does the mom. But her dad was the only one who was initially like supportive, like you'll figure it out. Like it's not the end of the world if you did, like your life isn't over if you decide to have this child. And yeah, do you have any other thoughts on initial thoughts on Margo?
I think it's just like she's only 20, so she's like pretty immature, I would say. Just like reading from her perspective. Like she decides to keep the baby, I think, just to kind of be like, well, everyone's telling me not to, so I'm gonna like do it anyway, and like I want to like, you know, show them kind of thing, even though she like seems to immediately like regret it after learning that like childcare is super expensive and like she won't be able to like go back to school and that kind of thing. So Mark is a bad guy. He is her professor. He's just like weird and dorky and like has a wife and kids and like eventually was like, we should stop doing this. I'm starting to feel guilty, but like had admitted that he'd like cheated on his wife already once before with like her sister or something, which was like crazy.
That was like multiple times with the sister.
So yeah. So he's a bad person. And then like when she tells him that she's pregnant, he's like, okay, well, have an abortion. And then she's like, no. And then he's like, okay, well, he doesn't like contact her like ever again. And even though she's like living on campus and like her roommates are like in his class or something and like see him, it's just kind of a weird dynamic. But she doesn't really like do anything about it.
Vindictive,
yeah, she's just kind of like whatever, like he's a bad dude, and yeah,
she doesn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah, she's like doesn't want contact with, like she's not like into him. She doesn't really like him.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of contradictory. Like, she kind of was hoping that he would kind of, like, reach back out to her. Like, she didn't want him to, like, divorce his wife and, like, marry her. But, like, I think she did want, initially, some, I don't know, like, showing that, like, he cared a little bit about her.
Which he didn't.
But he did not. It was just like,
yeah. Yeah, which more on that in a little bit. But yeah, what do you think of Margo's mom, Cheyenne?
She's hilarious. I don't know what to think of her. Like she's kind of all over the place. So I don't know even. So how do you explain her? So one of the things she just does like crazy things, I feel like. So the day of Margo's labor, like Margo wanted her mom there because she didn't like have anyone else. But Margo's mom spent like 4 hours searching for a teddy bear, and like just was like AWOL, like gone the whole day. And Margo was like, "Where are you? Like, please come help me." And then she gets there, and like this nurse is making fun of Margo's baby's name because it's I don't even know how to say his real name. Bodhisattva.
Yeah, but she calls him Bodhi. Mm-hmm.
But she calls him Bodhi, and the nurse thought that was dumb and was like laughing at her. And then Margo's mom just punches the nurse, and she gets banned from the hospital, which is like, and Margo kind of loved it because it was like her mom was showing like affection or that like she loved her, but like also like. It's a very weird relationship that like Margo and her mom have.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just, well, so her mom had Margo really young, too, and was a single mom, and with her dad, Jinx, I think it was just like a one night stand, but she was like obsessed with Jinx and is like still in love with him.
And she
And
like
like,
competed with Margo for Jinx's attention. So Jinx would like randomly kind of show up every now and then to like check on Margo and Cheyenne, and then like the two of them would like compete for his attention. Yeah, that is also
yeah.
like kind of a strange thing.
Just a little emotionally immature. Yeah, so her mom is currently dating this
Kenny.
guy, Kenny.
Oh, Kenny.
He's like,
Do you think
and
they're
it,
actually going to end up married?
no,
I don't think so. I don't think
no.
that's going to make
So
it to the
Kenny,
altar.
where are the notes? Kenny is a former math teacher turned youth ministry director. He's like much older than Margo. So I'm guessing Margo's mom's like in her 40s, maybe
Yeah.
like early 40s. And I think Kenny, her boyfriend's like, I would guess like 50s or 60s. But Cheyenne is like lying to him about like everything and
Yeah.
like completely changed her entire personality to like be with him and is like into church now. And like Kenny is just kind of a weird, goofy guy. He seems nice. I don't know. But
Yeah. Yeah, because
yeah.
like her mom's trying to come off as very religious.
Yes.
But like, so Cheyenne worked at Hooters for 6 years. That's how she met Jinx. And like, she's used her like beauty or her sex appeal to sell things, which is kind of contradictory because that's also what Margo does. But anyways, and so she's like, they go out to Applebee's, and she basically says, "Oh, I've never been to Hooters."
Yeah.
Like, because like,
Yeah, like stuff like that where Margo's
yeah,
like, okay, you're totally lying to this guy.
This is
Yeah,
so
but whatever. But yeah, so they go to Applebee's and Kenny like asks Margo for her blessing to marry her mom, and then he proposes to her in Applebee's,
in
which
Applebee's.
is hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Do you remember when Aunt Ellie used to take us to Applebee's for burgers and Oreo milkshakes?
I do, and I remember I got sick at Grandma's house, and I had to puking after because I ate so much because it's so delicious, and I'm pretty sure I got nachos. I was obsessed with their nachos.
Oh yeah, you like the
nachos,
nachos. That's right.
and an Oreo milkshake,
The Oreo
and
milkshakes.
probably cheesecake as well, and that was why I puked because I ate it all.
Yes. So we love Applebee's. Feeling good in the neighborhood. Okay. Not sponsored, sorry. Okay. So yeah, that's so Margo's mom is like not initially supportive of her keeping the baby, but then, you know, Margo makes her decision and she's like, okay. But like her mom will like not help with childcare like at all. And Margo like tries to go back to her job as a waitress, but like cannot find anyone to take care of the baby. She can't afford daycare. And she just like gets fired because she had to like bring in the baby one time to like a shift, and her boss was like, no, we're not doing this. So Margo loses like her job, and then like her roommates, her two of her roommates are like, okay, we're moving out like this week. Like we can't live with the baby anymore. So she's now trying to figure out how she can cover her rent without a job. Except her one roommate, Susie, doesn't leave. Which I like love Susie.
Susie, okay, so what is LARPing? So Susie is into cosplay and LARPing. What is that?
LARPing is like where you like pretend to be
You're
like
an animal?
No. I mean, you can maybe. I don't know. It's like the Renaissance Fair is like where LARPers go.
Oh.
You like pretend to be like from that time. I don't know what it stands for, but yeah, she's into LARPing.
Got
She
it.
dresses up as like an elf sometimes. She's like she's just a big nerd. But she's like she's cool with like Margo and like the baby. And she grew up like really poor, I think. So she was just like, yeah, whatever you guys want to do is fine.
I'm really hoping Dad and Susie don't end up together because like they're like budding this like kind of weird relationship, and Dad was into Viper. We'll get into Dad in a second, but I'm kind of a little Susie's kind of there, and I'm like, what is going to happen something's going to happen with Susie,
and
I can't figure out what.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yes, so Margot's like, okay, I need money. Like this, I lost my job and like rent's going up like in the next few weeks. Like, what am I gonna do? So she finally calls Mark, asks him for money. He like doesn't answer. But then like Mark's mom calls Margo and she's like, I'm a lawyer, like come to my office, like let's chat. Mark's mom offers Margo like $15,000 for cash now for Margo to like sign an NDA and like be quiet. And then like also we'll put $50,000 in a trust for Bodhi when he turns 18. So
that he can have like by the time he's 18, that money will have multiplied or whatever.
Yeah, like he'll have enough then to go to college, kind of thing. So Margo like quickly accepts. She's like pretty desperate. She doesn't like get a lawyer or anything. Which is like a bummer.
Yes, that really bugged me. And then the other stipulation was she could not return to Fullerton College.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So she would have she has to drop out of that. Like she could not. She could go to college somewhere else, but just not that college.
Yeah, she would drop out of school. Like no contact with Mark. You know, like nothing. So she quickly signs. She takes the money.
She should have had a lawyer.
She was like, she writes like from like her like she writes looking back. Like the point of view changes throughout the book. So like this chapter was where she was looking back and she realized that she should have asked for like a lot more money at the time, but was like so desperate that she was just like, yeah, I'll just sign right here kind of thing. So yeah, so that's going on. And then her dad kind of comes in like right after that. And I want you to explain Jinx.
So Jinx he's a former wrestler and he like wears like all black and like a long leather jacket and like leather pants. And like, cause he's always in that like persona. And so when he was a lot younger and still wrestling, he herniated his discs in Japan and he had to stay there for surgery, which actually happened to my husband. He was in Japan, herniated his discs. He did not have to do surgery while we were there, thankfully, or surgery at all. But yes, apparently it's a thing that happens there. And then, yeah, so that was the reason why Jinx was not home when Margo was born. Mm-hmm. He didn't meet Margo until she was like 9 months old or something like that. But Jinx is currently married to another woman and they had 5 children together. Margo, I don't know if he's had children with other women, but he is a serial cheater. He knows this about himself and he is potentially, his wife filed for divorce even though he's been cheating on her for like ever, because he has a heroin addiction and he recently checked himself into a rehab and he is 30 days clean and he needed a place to go. So he went to Margo's because she needed a roommate. He needed somewhere that wasn't like toxic, which would be like living with some of his other children or his wife or his ex-wife. And he was also in a relationship with a young woman named Viper. Could have also been one of the reasons why his wife finally decided to divorce him. And he's like really good at taking care of Bodhi. Like the baby just like loves him. Like is like a really calming presence. Oh, and he also has like OCD and like completely cleaned like their entire apartment. And like he knows he like knows how to like cook everything from scratch. He like, and this is like the first time that Margo's ever really lived with or been with her dad like on an extended period of time. So like she was nervous to say yes to him like living with her because it's kind of an unconventional situation, but like she didn't want to say no because she's never gotten this like attention from her dad. Like this is like what did
and
she call it? It was
childcare. So
yeah, she needed childcare, and this is like the first time she ever like rang in like the "I'm your child, I need help" card. Like she's never really, needed anything from him before, and this is like the first time that she's been like that vulnerable with him, and he showed up. And and he tells Margo about OnlyFans, and she gets interested, and that kind of leads to her creating her online persona called Hungry Ghost.
Yes. So so basically Jinx, like, there was a former like female wrestler that like Margo was like, oh, like I didn't know she like retired, and Jinx was like, oh no, well she didn't retire, she like quit because they wouldn't let her do like both OnlyFans and wrestling, but she was like making like way more money on OnlyFans than wrestling, so she's like, okay, I'll just quit wrestling. Margo creates Hungry Ghost, and she kind of starts to figure out how like OnlyFans works, where it's like not like other social media platforms like on TikTok where people can just like find you, or like you can like go viral like really easily. Like on OnlyFans, like people have to like search for you and like follow you, and you sign up for like a monthly subscription to their account. So she's like kind of doing research to try to figure out like how can I make money off this, and like you can't link like your OnlyFans like in your TikTok or like Instagram bio, or they'll shut you down. So it's a little bit like different than your typical like social, I don't know if I'd call it like a social media platform, but like your tangentially related social media platforms. So her OnlyFans starts out as her like rating dicks and comparing them to Pokemon characters, which is hilarious. And where is it? Oh, I have one of the cards that she like
how do you even say the name?
Character. Well, so Tentacruel? In the thing it was called Tentacruel, and Kyle said this is not a Tentacruel, but it's a regional variant of one. It's like, okay, I'm gonna try to explain that and not screw it up. But he said it's like a mushroom with tentacles. And then he said this was the other Pokemon that he thought looked like a penis. Breloom.
She could use to describe them.
Yeah. So that's like her thing. Initially, she gets like $20 or something per like
she's
thing
like,
that she does. Yeah.
She's like really good at writing, like that, like and so she's like very creative and imaginative, and like this is like a creative outlet for her, and she actually really enjoys that part of it.
Yes. So she's trying to figure out how to like get more followers and like make more money from this, because like you need to have like a large consistent like fan base, otherwise it's like $20 here or $20 there kind of thing. And so she starts like talking to her dad about it, and she's like, her dad like initially like is not supportive of her doing it. He's just like, sex work is like terrible, like they treat people so terribly. But then he kind of realizes that like a lot of wrestling is like, very like it's like storytelling, but also like using your body, like, like they like kind of like hypersexualize themselves and like use steroids and things like that. So like he's kind of like, okay, it's like not that different. So like I don't know, like he like apologizes to her, and then he's like, I want to like help you like create like your persona, and so like people fall in love with you.
Yeah. And so he gets on board like pretty quickly. And and I think it's especially after like he kind of sees like how lucrative it could be for her, because she can like work at home, right? Like that's like the major benefit. Like she could pick her own hours, and like she can work from home, because like her dad's like, why not go back to waitressing? And she's like, it sucks. And he's like, yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
And
and she's like, okay, so dad, like how do we like how do I get better at this? Like, how do I become famous? Like, how do you create like a persona or like create like a celebrity? And he's like, you need buddies. You need like someone to play off of you so that you have like a story to tell. So like, and like wrestling, it's known as being like the heel or the face. And so like the heel is like the villain, like you're like the bad guy or girl. And the face is like the like, I think like The Rock was the face, right?
I think John Cena is too, yeah.
Yes. And so Kyle was super into WWE growing up, so I asked him who his favorite wrestler was, and he said it was The Undertaker.
Oh.
Which I think is
he sounds like a heel.
Yeah. So Liz, are you a heel or a face?
I think I'm a heel. I think I definitely, well, especially like between me and Sebastian, I'm definitely like the bad guy in like every situation.
Me too.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like being the villain. I think Scorpios are just like naturally kind of like more the villain of certain things.
Yeah.
Whether we tried to be or not. It's a different situation. And I thought it was hilarious that Kyle said you were definitely the heel.
Yeah. It is true. I'm the bad one. Kyle's totally the face. Everyone loves him. Yes. So Margo thinks initially
Lily's,
she's
I think
the
Lily's
face.
the face too.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Margo initially thinks she's a face, because she's like, her mom would always be like, you're like hot, but like not pretty or like whatever. Her mom would say some kind of effed up things to her, but like they used their looks growing up for work and stuff. And so Margo like thinks she's the face, but then she kind of realizes that she's the heel. So she decides to meet up with some buddies, some OnlyFans buddies. What did you think of this?
She like realizes, like, she basically stalked some of the other OnlyFans and like realizes like, oh, I think that they live nearby. And then she messages them and they invite her on to their podcast. It's Wang, Mangler, and Succulent Rose. They both live in SoCal, and so they all kind of like get together. And Margo seems like super innocent, and like because she's like this like 20-year-old baby, and she goes to like their, I don't know, their house seemed like very like white and clean and clinical. It was kind of weird, and yeah, they like just give her some tea, and Margo's like, what is this? And she's like, haven't you listened to our podcast? We do shrooms every time. And she's like, oh yeah, I totally did. Not sure I want to drink this because I'm pregnant, or not pregnant, I'm breastfeeding my child. But Margo doesn't tell them that she has a child, and so she is like secretly like texting her father, I don't know what's gonna happen. I've never done this before. Yeah. I might need a ride home. But she does it, and she does the podcast. I have no idea what the podcast seemed really weird, because I mean, it probably would be if you're on shrooms and like just talking for multiple hours. But yeah.
Do you think we shouldn't try that for our next podcast?
That sounds... I don't know how fun that would be.
I'm kidding.
I don't know how great it would be for the listener experience either.
Yeah, I don't think it would be very interesting.
Entertaining.
Yeah. So then the three of them, by the end, Margo like pitches her idea to them, being like, we should like film a bunch of like content together on TikTok so we get like a big following.
PG.
Yeah, and like it has to be PG so that like we go viral, people follow us, people know who we are, and then
we don't get banned.
Yeah, we don't get banned. And then like people will then go to our OnlyFans and we'll make like a shit ton of money. Because like you can't make that much money on TikTok, but you can make a lot of money on OnlyFans. But they just need to like get people to know who they are and like become famous. So Margo like writes the whole script for like the content that they're filming, and they go and film it. that's kind of where we ended. So Margo, I think, is starting to be like getting like excited about it, and like is starting to realize like she wants to become like famous, and like dealing with that conflict a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about Jelly Bean. JB.
Yes.
Because this kind of brought up like a comment that he had that like, oh, maybe you should go to college for video production or making films or something like that, because she really enjoys the writing the scripts and making the content around, and she's a really good writer. And I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but she was like, oh, I can't do that, like I'm a single mom, taking care of a kid. My kid can go to college, I can't, like that ship sailed. But then she was like, oh wait, actually, like if I do make enough money, I could potentially like afford to, go back to college someday and, pursue, some of my dreams as well.
Yeah, and JB is like, yeah, he's like this rando on OnlyFans that's like messaging her.
Right, I can't tell if he's like a super fan, super creep, super stalker, or just like
serial killer. I don't know.
Like a super rich dude who.
Yeah, so he like asks her questions and he'll like pay her to like answer a question, but the questions are like really innocuous. Like,
what's your favorite food?
What's your favorite food? And like, who are your friends in middle school? And like, what's your mom like? Like weird, like very personal stuff. Like he's trying to like get to know her. Kind of like seems like more like dating app-y kinds of questions than like OnlyFans question. Like I didn't even know you could message each other like that on OnlyFans. So yeah, so like that's kind of going on in the background where she's like messaging him a lot. And I feel like she's kind of like starting to fall for him a little bit. But like at first she was like completely lying about like everything like she was telling him, because like she didn't want, like it was just like a stranger on the internet. So she was just like making up stuff to like send back to him just to like get money. But now she's kind of like, they've been like chit-chatting a lot, and she's like seems kind of like interested in him because he's like giving her a lot of attention. So.
And he doesn't seem to be lying about. We don't know. We obviously don't. It's only one-sided, but it doesn't seem like he's lying about his personal situation. Like he's saying like he's a dude in tech. He lives in like DC. Doesn't love it. He has doesn't have a lot of money, but he has enough to be spending, I don't know, thousands of dollars on OnlyFans. So.
Yeah, so that's kind of like we're in the middle of that, and we'll see what happens there. But I don't know, I'm not super optimistic about that. Seems like a bad way to meet somebody.
But he already knows what her job is, so he can't like, because like, what like her mother's argument of like why she shouldn't be doing this is because like, oh, you'll never like find a husband. And like that's like kind of Margo's biggest fear, that like no one will now love her because she is a sex worker, or she is using her body to make money, and so she'll just be judged, and like they'll never see her more than that, like that she has like depth, that she's really smart, and she's like doing this for her kid. And so but I mean, if you do meet a person through this app, they know what you do, so they shouldn't be as judgmental, and should like, but I mean, you never know. Things could, change when you are dating, so.
Yeah, and that's kind of like a big theme that's like hit on, is like sex work generally, and or like what's seen as like female work. I think she talks about like waitressing, like she'd rather do OnlyFans than go back to being a waitress kind of thing, just because. And she talks about this with her friend Susie, of like what being a slut means, and like whether you're in control of the situation. So they say like the example of like, if a girl's like hot but she doesn't know it, and like a guy's like spying on her when she's naked, like she's not a slut. But if she knows she's hot and like wants to be seen naked, then she seems like a slut. And so where does it come from? It's the idea of like being in control of like the situation. And that's why I think she likes OnlyFans, because she can control like the narrative and like what she's putting out there versus like work, like being a waitress, for example. Like you're just like doing whatever the people like tell you to do and try to be like smart and like pretty and like, you know, here's your food, and you kind of have to do what everyone asks you to do, and that just like is a different kind of job. So yeah, we don't treat what's seen as traditionally like female work, like waitressing or like sex work, very well at all.
I also didn't. You put this in here, and it's SHAM, and I saw it on Instagram, and I'm like, what is sham?
SAHM, stay at home mom.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh wait, stay at home mom. Got it.
Yeah. So like it's like kind of like Margo can't win, right? Like she can't be a stay-at-home mom because she doesn't have any money. That's, you know, a traditionally female job, right? We don't pay for that labor. Waitressing, she doesn't want to do because like she hates it. It's terrible. It's gross, and people treat you super poorly. Sex work, also like OnlyFans, also treated poorly, but you get to control like a lot of it, and you can make a lot of money while doing it. And like content creation is kind of like an offshoot of that, right? Where like a lot of I feel like a lot of content creators are like women, and like people judge you if you're like a content creator, I feel like, you know. So yeah, we don't treat traditionally female work very well. It's not seen as like white collar or like, you know, respected.
And like Margo's kind of, what is it called? Like contrasted against her mother, who her mother, like she's been single her whole life, never gotten married. And like winning is like getting married to this man that like she doesn't really like, that they have nothing in common. She has to completely like conform so that she can like be on his 401k plan. So she has like a future basically, because she works at a department store, and you know, so she is financially secure. She, you know, is willing to marry anyone and everyone because she is basically running out of time.
She loves Jenks, who's also like a terrible person, an addict. So yeah. So she doesn't have a very good example from her mom, unfortunately. But her mom is like very anti her doing like OnlyFans and thinks it's like terrible, and she's throwing her life away. And it's kind of like, is she? Like, I don't know. Like, she at least make a lot of money, you know? It's like there's just kind of that like, contrast, like you said, to her mom. So yeah, the other thing I noticed too is like, and I wanted to get your take on this, like the writing point of view. Like, so she switches between like first person and third person, or is it, I don't know, it's like first person where she's like in it and like present day, but there's also like a point of view where she's like looking back, like it must be from like at least a few years later, where she like says like I remember that like the scene that I mentioned where she was signing the NDA, like she like said like, oh, had I known, you know, I would have asked for more money at the time, kind of thing. So I don't know. I guess was curious if you like found that interesting, or if it added a different element to the book or anything like that, or what you thought of the writing style.
It's definitely interesting because but it's like also kind of confusing because it's almost like two versions of Margo we get. We get like her reflecting on like what happened, and like, but like her telling like the events that unfolded, and then like her like reflecting on those events that unfolded. So it's interesting, and it kind of like, it's like a switch up, and you're like, wait, because they're both Margo, but it's like different times of Margo, like Margo at different times in her life. It got me kind of thinking about she like trying to like put distance between like herself of like, this was the Margo back then. And it's almost like she's talking, because, you know, like she had, with like her professor, like they talked that scene about like being a character and like something like, is it a character or someone else? And like, it almost seems like it's the character of Margo. You know, when you kind of like detach yourself from something, like something traumatic to like survive through it, like this is like somebody else, it's not actually me. It's almost like this detached form of her, like, and like
like a few years later, like looking back on it, being like, oh, it doesn't seem like it's like she's not like at the end of her life, like reflecting back on her life.
No.
It seems like a few years later, maybe I would say, like looking back on like what happened kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. I guess we'll see if it like becomes reconciled at the end of the book somehow. That would be interesting, but we'll find out.
Yeah, we will find out. What are your predictions?
I think she is going to become famous. She's going to go viral. And make some money. I also think that, well, it kind of foreshadows a little bit. There's Mark comes back in the picture. And I think there's some issues there. So if she starts to get a lot of money, that could be, something that people would be interested in as well. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Mark comes back in the picture again, wants custody.
Yeah.
And then Margo's kind of like freaking out a little bit. We'll talk about this in the next episode about
we kind of just ended on a cliffhanger, but essentially like Jinx called Mark and like yelled at him and said he was gonna like murder him basically, and which is like a violation of the NDA basically.
But it technically wasn't, because Margo didn't call Mark.
That's true.
Margo's father did. And so Margo's freaking out because they're like, well, what if they think I'm an unfit mother because I'm on OnlyFans? But anyway, we don't really know.
We don't know what happens. So yeah, that's starting to unfold. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna go well.
I don't think
so
either. I'm worried Dad might relapse.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't. But I feel like there might be one relapse and then like he gets clean for good, if that makes sense. Because Margo said like, you can stay with me, but if you do drugs, like you can't be by my son. And I think he is going to relapse. And then Margo has to break up with like her dad basically. And then he's going to like get clean so he can have Margo and Bodhi in his life. And I think, because like Margo and her mom have a very interesting relationship. Like Cheyenne didn't want to tell her boyfriend that Margo was pregnant. And then she eventually did, because Kenny wanted to meet Margo. And Margo's like, well, I'm not going to go and lie to him that I have a baby. You need to tell him first before I meet him. And then she's like, oh, okay, fine. And then Margo told her mom that she's on OnlyFans, and that did not go well. Mom is like pissed. And so Margo's like, okay, I'll get off of it.
I'll quit. Yeah, and go back to waitressing. She
says that, but she doesn't actually do that yet.
No.
And so I think she's gonna get uninvited to the wedding. But I don't know if Mom is actually going to end up marrying Kenny.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, her mom's Kenny, an interesting
that relationship is a bit strange.
Yes.
So
yeah. What are your thoughts? Do you like it so far? Do you think it's interesting? I think it's kind of funny.
I haven't like laughed out loud. There's been a lot of like really weird stuff where it's just like, what? Like, how does one even think of this? like Susie, what did she say? Like, as a child, Susie like masturbated to
I forget
Patrick.
What it was. Patrick
from SpongeBob, where I was just like, what? Or just like these like the most absurd things ever, where you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess it always keeps me on my toes, because like I never really know like what's gonna happen, and like it's always like the worst case of every situation happens.
Yeah, there's been a lot of sad stuff. It's been Margo's got money troubles. Like it's troubling at first. I hope it gets better and we have like a better ending.
She has better. It's been like downhill for Margo. We're hoping we're like starting to go a little uphill for her.
Starting to go up, but I think it might get worse before it gets better. So Yeah.
Do you plan to watch the TV show, or have you?
Yes. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it after I finish the book. So I'll try to watch it all before the next episode so we can compare.
Samesies. That's my goal too. Yeah, because I'm excited. Cool. I think because who's the guy from Parks and Rec? Ron Swanson.
Yeah,
Ron Swanson is
the
Jinx.
Dad.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, oh wait, I totally have to watch this.
Yeah, and I think he'd be great at it too. Yeah, there's like they have like a pretty stacked cast for the show. I feel like so. We shall see. I hope it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, Liza, our next book selection is...
Oh, yeah. So, just a reminder, we are changing things up for our 1-year anniversary. I have a few writing friends with books, and so we're going to start reading some of their books on the podcast and have them on. And the first one... for June is called The King's Promise by Christine Campanelle. And yeah, I'm kind of excited. We're gonna, try it out and see how we like it.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much for listening to episode 23. Leave us a comment or review. We'd love to connect with you. You can find us on Instagram at letsgetcozybookclub or YouTube, or you can email us at letsgetcozybookclub@gmail.com. Join us in 2 weeks where we discuss the ending of Margo's Got Money Troubles by Rufi Thorpe. Until then, stay cozy.
Cozy.
Yeah.